Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Vikings going up against the Cowboys.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
There's some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go. Play 90.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. A swing pass caught. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down at the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
First and goal here from the 2. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7. On the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is knocked down from the side, right on the 30-yard line. Backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, You're expected to come after the quarterback, but in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player, so he can't get outside of you.
Back to throw, rush. And that's Elliott, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rush. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Joshua Perry, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rush. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. To throw, Bridgewater. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater going for the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Throwing, Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. They run the counter with Cook. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Let's go.
Second down, Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Second down following the incompletion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now rush. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Fielded at about the 28. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Minnesota. 52 yards.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all of that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
They'll run with Cook. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Second and goal now from the 8. They try again with Cook. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Third and goal for Bridgewater. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Here we go. 3-19.
On first down, rush. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Ben Gideon coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. On second down, Elliott. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And not great starting field position here for the offense. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Second down, Bridgewater again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They They start the drive with Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Bridgewater now on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Carroll. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carroll. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Back to the ground, Cook. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Bridgewater. And he slings one that's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Bridgewater. That is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard. Too shy of the 30. first and 10. Rush. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
A give to Elliott, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, Rush. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. And the Steelers have scored yet again, really opening that one up. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be knocked down sideways. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And again, it's Bridgewater. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard around the 37. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Again, it's Elliott. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This is brought in at the 21. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. To throw is Rush. Throwing right, and that's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
From the gun on 3rd down. Rush. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will close the gap down to 14. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And now out comes Minnesota. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On the ground, it's Cook. Room here to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Be ready. Wait 90. Wait 2
They run again on 1st down. Cook, and he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, Cook. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tackles.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know the rule is first guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Bridgewater. He's going to float this one deep right. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Back to the NFL scoreboard for a second, 3rd quarter in Indy. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Set. Green, 39.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They run it again with Cook. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. second down following the run. A toss to Cook. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 49. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Third down, Dalvin Cook, and they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Play clock winding down. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well,
else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A first down carry by Elliott. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's Rush to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The Cowboys on third down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
But once again, a good example of situational football. That was 3rd and very long, so you know they were guarding against the pass. And when they decided to run the ball, that was okay. Whatever yardage they picked up, as long as they didn't get to the first down marker, the defense was willing to concede, and they stopped them well short of a first down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Sharif Floyd breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got some space here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down now after the incompletion. Throwing again. Rush. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw on third down. Rush. And now another one thrown incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
On the mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He completes it to Bryant. Dez Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant, 84 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be... Second and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's Bridgewater. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Elsewhere, a fourth quarter score now from Tampa, and it's the Bucs that have taken the lead there late. A win would be their first of the young season. Throwing on first down. Rush. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to the air on second down. Rush. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Danny Nckinnis in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. The Cowboys on third down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Right, here we go.
Operating from the gun. Rush. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now. Blue landed. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Slot man moves right. On 4th down, Rush. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Shift together here from the D-line. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Minnesota, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with